Hi, this is Christine with Cocoa Daisy, and today I'm going to share with you my setup for July using the Cocoa Daisy July planner kits and some of the items from the from our memory keeping kits as well. And this July is always one of my favorite months because I love always kind of creating a nautical theme. And this month, or this year for July's nautical theme, what we wanted to do is go more toward kind of that spa-like serenity beach feel. So think of walking on the shore and collecting seashells and just that wonderful calm feeling when you're walking on the beach in the early morning and there's not a lot of people around. And that's the colors. It's very serene, it's very beachy, and I loved putting in these little bits of kind of the sand colors as well as all of the blues. It feels very relaxing to me and very soothing. So I'm really excited about this because the colors were just so pretty, and it's been a little different. Generally when we do July, if it has any sort of a nautical beachy sea theme, the colors are a little bit more intense and more vibrant, so it was fun to go with this color palette. And there's a few little spots where you'll see where we punched in some pretty pinks and corals, and there's a little bit of lavender and purple in here as well. So that's kind of the theme, that's kind of the feel that I was going for, and I think it transferred perfectly onto the colors and designs. Arlie always knocks it out of the park every month. So I'm using, for this month, I'm using a custom Vanderspec planner. And what's awesome about the Vanderspecs is that you can pick your interior, exterior colors, the stitching, as well as your pocket layouts. And I don't remember offhand, this is the ostrich, but I don't remember offhand what color this is. But I kind of had July's theme in mind when I picked this out. So, and then I went with the darker interior. I think it makes all of the colors just pop so pretty. So that is the planner that I'm using. And then a little bit about what I did in the pocket, because I always have so much fun dressing up my pocket. One of the things that I did was use the printable, and every month I mention this because there's so much in these and they're free. Print them out, print out as many as you want. And there was this great kind of seagrass or seaweed that I cut out and put in a couple spots. There's a few die cuts that I put in here. You'll see this gorgeous jellyfish throughout. That is like one of my favorite pieces of art in the whole kit. There's a cute little seahorse. And then this tag, and I'm not gonna pull it out because it's kind of adhered in there. But anyway, this is actually, every month our backer cards is what you call them. The packaging that our custom product comes in is always part of or a piece of the artwork. So it matches, but it's also fun to keep these and use them to not just throw them away. So what I did is I took this one and I just notched the corners and put a hole punch and then a sticker from the main planner sticker sheet has these ring reinforcer stickers right here. So I put that around it and made that cute little tag, and that was a great way to kind of recycle or repurpose those packaging pieces. And then the 12 by 12 memory keeping kit had these beautiful shimmery enamel dots. If I can get that in there. There you go. You can see the shimmer in them. And I used those kind of throughout in a few different places. One of the things, I made a little clip out of two of them. I just sandwiched the clip in between and made a cute little clip using that. We had a make your own charm kit, which came with, I believe, 3 different flair, and one of them I put in the little charm, And then one of them I made into, two of them I made into little clip choppers. So there's one of those there as well. Then there's just some ribbons and a few other little things tucked in. Always tags, because I love tags. And then my pen, gem pen. The other nice thing about the Vanderspeck is that you can ask for 2 pen loops. So I have my pen gem in there, and then this month in the planner add-on kit, I believe, I'll have to double check, I don't remember. I have so many kits floating around in my head. I'm actually working on November, December right now, so it's hard for me to then go back and try and remember, I apologize. But we did this really pretty pen that has this floating gold metal flake, which I thought was just absolutely perfect for this month's theme. And then the barrel has a enlarged pattern of the sea urchin. So you'll see the sea urchin artwork throughout, but that's what that pattern is on the barrel of the pen. And it has that lovely gel ink that we always use. So that's the other pen. And I sometimes will put a little transparency on the front just to kind of protect this page. If I have anything lumpy over here, then that protects that. And I always use 2 sets. I always get 2 sets of A5 and a set of personal, just because I like to cut them up and I like to try and find new ways for y'all to use the pages. So I make one my divider page, and then one actually keeps the calendar on it. So this one I put some more of that beautiful, that gorgeous jellyfish, just so pretty. So I put that on there. And then this is the little card that I write up that talks about the kit and some of the ideas that go into the kit and my thoughts about it. So I always like to include a little note, and that's the packing card for the month. I like to keep that with my planner, plus it's always really pretty. And then for this month's pocket, now, as I always mention every month, you're gonna see a lot of the same ideas, because I have a rhythm that I love to do every month. It works perfect for me. But I always try to do them a little differently so that you can always get some new ideas. So this month's pocket, I used the papers from the Memory Keeping 12 by 12 kit and some of the papers from the Coordinating Paper add-on on here. But I loved this wave that was on the paper, and I always love to have things, kind of come off the page a little bit. I love how that just kind of creates a dimension. So what I did is I cut it, but then I cut around the waves so they would just kind of stick up a little bit. And then I just used a border punch to add that little bit on there. So that's got my stickers on that side. And then this side, I loved this light blue paired with this coral and pink paper. I just thought that was the prettiest combination. And then this little guy was from last year. So that little crab I had, and I just kind of paper clipped him on there. And then I just tucked in the inhale, exhale, little note card from the planner add-on. And then there was a couple other cute little pocket cards from the Pocket Memory Keeping kit. That great seahorse. Those colors are just so pretty. So I just kind of tucked that in there. I thought that was pretty. And then we had a pretty vellum that we had in the main planner kit. I just kind of put that in there. And then my weekly stripe pages. And I love using these for scheduling. The majority of the time what I'll do is Sunday night. So like tonight what I'll do is I'll sit and I'll think, okay, there's 5 big things for the week. What days do I want to try and get those done? So I'll just kind of brain dump a bunch of stuff. Then when I go through and I plan my daily, I can reference back to this and go, okay, that was the day I had scheduled for that, and so on. So to me, these pages are great just kind of for a brain dump. And then I always get the dashboard set, and in the dashboard kit, there's a set of the personal size and the A5 size. And so I use the personal size for my meal plan. So I just round the corners of that, add the little pages with my grocery list, and then I use the personal size weekly stripe pages for, I put those in just for menu planning. So that works for my menu planning. And then of course you can always use the other side for notes as well. And then here's another one of those little flares that I turned into a clip. And something else that I wanted to show you that was fun. So in the main planner kit, we did stencils this month, which is something we haven't done. For the planners, this is the first time. For the other kits, we have done them in the past, but we haven't done them in a while. But I wanted to do one for the planner kit. I don't know if you can see, there you go. So this is the one, upside down, sorry. This is the one for the planner kit. So it's got lines for journaling, it's got bullet points, it's got some fun some little figures. And then in the pocket memory keeping kit, there was this one, you can see that. And it has the fun, just kind of seascape ocean bits in it. And then this one was in the 12 by 12 memory keeping kit, and it has this great, to me, I wanted a stencil that looked kind of like the foam and the froth coming off of waves, so that, or splashes, so that's what that is. And then in the 12 by 12 memory keeping kit, we also included a bottle of spray ink to use with that. So I'm anxious to play with that. But this one that came in the pocket memory keeping kit, I took a little bit of chalk, so just your standard blending chalk, and this is the softer palette, and I decorated the pages. You can use the little makeup applicators, or you can use cotton swabs work fine with this as well. And I added the little fishies in there, and then I added the little seaweed in there, and I thought it turned out really pretty. It's real soft and it's subtle, and I can still write over this. It's not like ink that's too dark, or if you wanted to do paint or something like that, this is real easy to write over top of. The only thing that you want to do is, once you've done it, take a scrap piece of paper and lay it over top and rub it, just to get any extra of the chalk off so that it doesn't transfer onto your other paper. And another trick, if you do have like a little mess up, or where you kind of went outside the lines, an eraser will get most of it up too. But I just thought that was really pretty, and I can write over that as well. So that was a fun way to use the stencil. And you can use that stencil with, not just with chalk, but you can use it with spray ink. You could actually trace around in it. You can use it with paints. You could use it with embossing powder. So there's a lot of fun different things that you could do with those stencils. So those are the week on 2 pages. And then one of the first bookmarks that I made, I always make a couple just because I have fun making them, is some of our pattern paper. And then I cut out the 4x6 note card that's in the planner add-on. I cut that out and put that on here. I added the little crab, a little sticker, and then some more of those really pretty, the little enamel dots that have a shimmer to them. So that is the front. And then the back is just some of this gorgeous seascape paper, the ocean paper. And then I had a couple of the die cuts that I raised up, if you can kind of see that, on a little bit of foam just to make them stick out a little bit. So that's the first bookmark. And then the back side of my calendar, I always kind of put my goals page. And I just wanted to do something a little different, so I actually just kind of put that down below instead of at the top, just something different. And the chipboard alphas are from the 12 by 12 memory keeping kit. And then for my calendar page, I added, I did some stamping for when shipping, and then our vacation. And then these little fish are from some previous stamp sets that we've done. And again, what I did is I stamped those, and I did this last year, so I brought it back because I thought it was really fun. I filled in the little stamps again with just a touch of the chalk. Just kind of, it keeps, it doesn't cover up the image, it just kind of fills it in, and it's really, really soft. So I thought that was kind of fun. So that kind of shows where shipping is, and then our vacation is. I layered a few little die cuts on here, and that was really all that I needed to add. So I thought that turned out really cute. This was a alpha stamp that we had a couple of years ago now, I think. But I just thought it went really well with the theme of the kit, the artwork. I didn't feel that I even needed to add anything to this. I may as the month goes on, but I just thought it was so pretty as is, I didn't really do anything. And then as I've been showing, I always like to make a card that has my one little word. So one of the pocket cards for this month, the voice of the sea speaks to the soul. So I thought that was really pretty. And I just ran that through the printer. The back of it had this open space, and the my one little word definition fit perfectly in there. Just some stickers, letters, alpha stickers, and another little shell sticker, and that was it. So that turned out really cute. And then again with the printables, and another thing that I talk about every single month is when you print out the printables, don't feel that you only have to use the size of whatever your planner or inserts are. So I don't always just use the A5 size. I'll use the personal Dori page or the standard Dori size. I like the layers, I like the different sizes. It makes it fun. And there's so many great images that you could cut out of these to use. So I printed those out. This is my little cheat sheet to-do list. I just used die cut, some alpha stickers on there. And as you can see, there's a bunch highlighted off, so yay. Some of the beautiful paper from the planner kit on there. And then the little July note card. I like to just kind of have that in there so I can reference. I usually keep this right by my whatever day it is, just so I can look in, and if I need to make a date, I can see the calendar real quick. My little daily schedule that I'm always trying to work on and find what will work for me. Again, just some alpha chipboards. These were the some of the puffy stickers that were in the memory keeping kits. Just some of those little arrows, I thought those were cute. And then some of the die cuts. So put those on there. And there's some more of that beautiful paper. Just loved that this month. So gorgeous. And then this, the picture, I'm gonna just point that out, but that's something that I'm gonna go back to and talk about in just a minute. I've kind of come up with an idea for the Simple Dori. This is the first month of that. So I'm gonna show you some things that I'm doing with that. I'm super excited about that. The days of the week, there was the stamp set from the Pocket Memory Keeping Kit. Had these great, they just look like kind of swooshes of paint or ink, and then the day of the week is reversed out in it. So I used those to stamp in my planner for the days of the week. Here is that same card. I had a couple duplicates, and I used that again. And I thought the circle was perfect to hold some of the sticky notes that were for this month. So I'll show you that. I gotta open that up for that anyway. So that has some of the sticky notes. Not a lot, just a few, so they're handy, they're right there, but it's not a lot to bulk it up. And then just one of the little Hit the Beach die cuts. So that's my handy little card to hold those. And then we had sequins in, I believe it was the classified memory keeping or planner classified. I don't remember. I'd have to double check. But they have these cute little seashells in them too. So what I did is I went through and I sorted through the sequins because there was also another color. I wanted to just kind of keep it just this color and then the seashells. So I made a cute little shaker card using some of that gorgeous paper, and then put a couple die cuts on top of the plastic after I fused it together. So that's my little shaker card. And then on the other side is that beautiful coral and pink paper. And then I cut out from, I don't think I have one. This was actually on one of the pocket memory keeping cards, and I cut it out and then put a little foam adhesive and raised it on there. I thought that was really pretty. So that's my little bookmark. And then we'll page through and I will show you a couple things. This was a die cut of that sea urchin. And again, that's, see if you can see now that that's that artwork just enlarged and used on the pen. But I made a little clip out of that. One of the flares that was in one of the kits, I made a clip out of that one. I have an old Simon clip. And then this was fun. We had this pom-pom kind of fringe or ribbon that was in the main 12 by 12 memory keeping kit. And I might have put it on the pocket. The only thing is the pocket I tend to make a little smaller, so this would have stuck up quite a bit, added a bunch of bulk. So I needed it to kind of trail along the bottom, which is also really cute when the planner is closed. So I just ran it along the bottom of this dashboard card. Not to mention that the color match is absolutely perfect. So that's really fun, just that little bit. And it's really cute even when the planner's closed. I've not decorated the back of these yet. I will with a bunch of the cards from the pocket memory keeping kit. But part of the reason I haven't yet is there's a few of these I want to pull out and use in my Simple Dori for memory keeping. So when I kind of figure out which ones I want to use for that, then I'll go back and use some to decorate my dashboards or my dividers. And then to make subcategories in this section, I use the personal size dashboards. So that's those. And again, just some of the beautiful paper from the 12 by 12 memory keeping kit. I love this one especially. And then I have a goals section and just some things that I need to do. And I just kind of, again, this was a printable, and I added some die cuts, some of the chipboard alpha, and then some more of those really pretty enamel dots, those shimmery enamel dots on there. More of that gorgeous paper. And then, like I showed you last month, this this pen loop was back from March, but the blue worked really well with this kit. So what I did is I had put that on a thick piece of acetate, simply because then I can move them around to other kits and use them. So it's a nice way to be able to use them often without attaching it to stuff that kind of only goes with that month. So that's my little pen loop there. Now I wanted to go back and show you what I meant by these little guys. So something that I'm going to start doing is, so we have a Simple Dori. Oh, I wanted to show this too. This was a charm that came in the main planner kit, and it's this cute little starfish. So one of them I adhered on the pencil pouch that was in the planner add-on. Isn't that beautiful? So that's the pencil pouch. So on one side it has the jellyfish, and then the other side it has the crab and the sand dollar. And then the inside is this cute little blue kind of polka dot. But these little tassels were in the classified memory keeping kit. So I took that along with the little starfish and put that on the pencil pouch. If you can see that, that's a little better. Thought that turned out cute. But then I had another one, I wanted to show another way to do it, And what I did on this one is I just adhered it to a paper clip. So it's just on, you can kind of see that dangle. So it's just on the paper clip, which I thought was cute. So this is our brand new Simple Dori. And the Simple Dori only comes in the standard size. So it's a standard traveler's notebook size. But what I wanted, back in March, I started doing some memory keeping in our standard Dori, which the artwork and everything is lovely, but our traditional standard Dori booklets, and we have the different sizes, are geared more toward sectioned off for planning. And I wanted something that was made more simple, a little more plain, I guess, so that you could add exactly what you wanted for that month for memory keeping, so that you could have more space to be creative, to use all of the other product in there for memory keeping. So that was actually, it's kind of a selfish thing. It's why I created the product, because it's what I wanted. I wanted some of our artwork, I wanted the colors, I wanted to be able to pull all the other stuff from the memory keeping kits and all the die cuts and the stickers and all from the planner kit, and use them, but use them how I wanted to in the Dori for memory keeping. So, and I wanted it fast, I wanted it simple, but I wanted to have pages that could be simple, but that I could also build on. If I had the time, or I had an idea and I was feeling very creative, I could layer and I could do. So that's where the idea or the desire for this came from. So I'm gonna page through real quick, and then I'll go back and I'll talk about a few things. So the front will always have this kind of label area. So that it'll have the beautiful artwork introducing you to kind of the color scheme and so on, but you can put in here whatever you want. If you want to put the month, if it's vacation, whatever you're going to use this booklet for, then you can label it. So your introduction page is done for you. As I said, it's simple. You can add, just like I did, just a little bit of alpha stickers and you're done. If you wanted to layer more, you could, but I wanted to keep it simple and fast. The whole notion behind this is it's a way of memory keeping that's quick. So then as we go through what I did, and this, this will change a little as we start using them, as we get feedback. But the first few months, the way that it's laid out is there's a pattern on one side or the bottom or the top. So you don't have to bulk this up and add a pattern paper. It's already done for you. So you can see I created a layout super simple. This pattern is already on the page. I stamped with some alpha stamps, I stamped pool time. And then I took some chalk and filled that in. So you can see that I filled that in with a little bit of chalk. So it's subtle, and it kind of mimics this kind of watercolor effect from over here. I printed out a small picture, added one of the foam stickers from one of the memory keeping kits, a few of the little enamel shimmery dots, and then I always keep, in my stuff, I always have a ton of tags because they're just a staple. And so I just ran that behind ran that through the printer and adhered it, and it's that simple. There's a whole layout. And I didn't really have to think a whole lot about placement of where I wanted to put anything because I had that pattern paper already on the side. I added a little tab, and I think I'm gonna go through, and I like the way that they stick out. It's really kind of fun. So I'm thinking what I might do, this is a stamp set that we've had in the past. So what I'm thinking I might do is do a bunch of them and have them say who, what, where, when, just kind of on the tabs. It would just be kind of fun. And actually a little note about this particular pattern. When Arlie created this pattern on the paper, and it's on the planner paper as well, she was going for what the water looks like when the sun is hitting it and the wind is hitting it on top of the pool. So that is, and she nailed it. And then that is exactly why I had to put it on that page, because it's perfect. And then this page, actually had, so here's an example. Let me see if I can find another one. So on this side of the page, it had the journaling lines. And so you have the option of using those. I wanted to add some of the pretty paper from our 12 by 12 memory keeping kit. So I put that on there. I just did some stripes and I laid those down. So you can cover it up if you want to, but then this side was blank, so it left it completely open for me to add what I wanted to add. So I just added some alphas, some more of the little puffy stickers, and then I'll handwrite my journaling in right down here. And that is also why we have this stencil in the main planner kit, because I can lay this down and I can just draw some real light in pencil, and now I have perfect, because my handwriting is horrible, so I need all the help I can get. So if I can put down some guidelines, that'll help me a lot for my journaling. So, and that's why we have that stencil with those little journaling lines. So I'll trace those on there and I can put my journaling in there. But then as you can see, you can go through, and again, we've got the pattern on one side or the pattern on the top. And you don't have to, now I have, this is July 1, this is July 2. I'm not going to go completely in order, and I'm not going to do every day. I'm keeping this easy on myself. I'm keeping it simple. So like for instance, July 3rd, I don't really have a picture. I have a picture for July 4th. And then, but I don't really think it goes with the jellyfish. So I'm going to put that over on another page. So I think you don't have to do these in order. There's no rules. You can do whatever you want. But then now, so the pattern is at the top. So you could real easily, you could run a picture here and your header, your title here, and then all your journaling here, or two pictures. I tried to kind of take the design and do it for you. So there's this pretty little section in the middle here. You can offset a picture, put your title along here and your journaling down here, and that whole page is designed for you. So that's the idea behind the Simple Dori. It's very simple. We tried to do a lot of it for you. This page, which it's hard to even see, but it has a little dot grid. So that page is completely blank. So there's a page, if you have a bunch of pictures, then you've got a page that's completely blank. Or you're feeling especially creative and you want to do a lot of layering, then there's a blank page for you to use as well. It's more of that beautiful artwork. And then this time we have it down at the bottom. I will mention that for, I believe in September, I liked the lines, but I want them a little tighter and a little lighter. So in, I believe September is when we were able to change it. I changed that up. I wanted that kind of changed. And like I said, this is brand new, so we'll probably make a few little tweaks here and there as we go. But what's fun about this page, if you have a story to tell that has a lot of journaling or something special you want to write out, now you've got a full page to do. You can have this be all one huge picture you print out, a small title, and then all journaling. So like I said, we tried to kind of take the guesswork out of it and make it really easy, and without having to add a lot of bulk unless you want to. So there's so many things that you can add in here. You can do the stamping, you can use printables, you can use some of the artwork from the printables, you can cut those out. You can use the beautiful papers from the 12 by 12 memory keeping kit in here. You can use the note cards from the pocket memory keeping kit. You can use everything. You can use the stickers from the sticker subscription. The pretty little washi strips would be so fun to use in this Simple Dori. And that's what I love about it. There's so much that you can add in here. The die cut, the little tabs, washi tape, stamps, the stencils. I'm anxious to use these little die cut alphas that were in the memory keeping classified kit. Those are going to be fun because they're a little thinner. So and this page is completely blank. There's not even a dot grid on this one. And there's more of that beautiful blue. and then that wave pattern. So that would be fun to do. And then journaling, and then this pretty pink, a dot grid, and then the back page is just pure artwork. So it's just kind of your end page is kind of done for you. So my thought behind this is, okay, I want to keep this simple. I want it to be something that I can keep up with because, as I've mentioned in a lot of different videos, I'm trying to find a system that I can do memory keeping that is easy, that is simple. So we have the basis, we have the Simple Dori. Okay, so what is something that we can do every day to kind of keep us on track? So what I decided to do, and it's a good way to use your daily pages as well. I always fill up this page with all of my to-do list and different things, emails and the kids' schedule. So that page is always full. Sometimes all that I have on this side is my meal plan and my pickup. So you're left with this section here. And I thought, what a great opportunity to tie the two together. So, and you could do this if you use a standard Dori as well. You could section off a back part of a few of the pages that you don't use all the time in your standard Dori for this as well. Or in any of your Dori booklets, sorry, that you could do. But I'm going to show you my example in my A5. So I have this section. What I'm going to do is I will go ahead, maybe I don't have time to do the layout in here, but I want to get the picture down and I want to get, I'm bad at remembering journaling. I'm bad at getting it down right away. I may go through, as you saw on that one page, and get a layout done, but not put the journaling in yet. So I need to come up with a system that I remember what happened. I keep a note. So what I've started doing is I'll print out the picture, and I just have a little Polaroid, I think it's a little Polaroid zip, and I just print out the picture. So I'll print out the little picture and stick it on with some washi tape, and that's the date that happened, and I'm just gonna jot some notes down. It doesn't have to be the whole journaling, it just enough to kind of remind me what we did that day or what I want to capture in that memory in my Simple Dori. So I'll write a little bit of that down. Now, when I have a little chunk of time and I have the time to go back and put it in here, I have the picture, I have the journaling, slap it on, and you're done. So that is what I'm doing. So here's another one. I've got the picture down and that's ready to go. It's printed, it's already done. I don't have to go back and try and remember what day did that happen and look it up on Instagram or look it up on my phone. It's already on the date, and I'm gonna jot a little note and it's done. So now when I go and I have the time to get my supplies out and I have the time to enjoy, I'm not spending that small amount of time that I've created to work in my Dori. I'm not spending all that time printing pictures. I'm not spending all that time trying to remember, and then half your time is done and you've not even put anything in your booklet yet. So that's my system. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about using it. I'm so excited about this product because it's a way for me, all of the beautiful things that we create each month, it's a way for me to use little bits of all of them in here, and I'm really excited about that. So, and also most of what you've seen here, we still have in stock. This, the July kit is always one of our most popular. I ordered extra, and the Simple Dori, I believe there's some of those still in stock. So, and that's just in our store. You can just go look that up. But so that's July, and that's our new Simple Dori, and that's my system. And again, thank you all so much for supporting Cocoa Daisy, supporting this small business, me and my family, and letting me do what I love to do. And I'm excited about some of the new things that we're doing. And as always, I will see you next month.